Arizona League. We have had a busy weekend of high school softball so far, and continuing with 3 more broadcasts throughout the rest of the day. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Jordan Ham alongside Brian Georges, and coming up we have the AZ Hotshots, couple of teams going head-to-head. Team Day against Team Delsante. And Brian, so far, going head-to-head.
Yeah, this has been an absolutely awesome weekend. You know, we've been talking about this all weekend. These ladies are out here to play ball, regardless of whether this is a showcase format or not. They want to win. We had a couple really close competitions. We've had a few blowouts along the way, too. But, you know, one of those competitions was a couple games ago. It was a 5-5 game between Delsante's team and captain. And I know Coach Anna Welsh from ACU, she wanted to see that game keep going, and so did I. And all the players on the field did as well. So it's been a lot of fun softball. We're in the second half of our stretch here today on Sunday, and we're about 3/4 of the way through our maiden voyage with the Northern Arizona League, and it's just been a blast. And so you know, viewers at home that have tuned in with us, we hope you're enjoying some fantastic softball. More importantly, we hope you're getting to know our student athletes a little bit. Any of you college coaches watching, please feel free to hit me up via email, briangeorges@arizonahotshots.com. That's Brian Georges at arizonahotshots.com, BrianGeorges. And give us any kind of feedback that you've got regarding this broadcast. It's crucial. So we started out with this venture with an advisory panel of 6 Division I schools, and those schools, they gave us a ton of guidance to get this thing rolling. We're getting great feedback that, you know, they're loving the camera angles. They're loving what Floodstream, our production company, is doing out there. They're loving the commentary when I'm off mic, and we've got a professional like Jordan here at my side, or Coach Anna Welsh. And so it's great, but we do need to know exactly what we need to bring you. So our audience is critical to helping us out here. But I want to turn it over to Jordan right now because we've got a game underway. We've got number 21 here at the plate.
Yeah, Andy Anderson from Team Day stepping in, taking on Allison Wayon.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Allison this weekend. She's got good velocity. She's thrown a lot of innings. I don't have the statistics in front of me, but, you know, pretty heavy burden, and her team, I think, relies on her pretty heavily out there. She does a great job. Obviously, big stature in terms of a really tall kid, long levers, lean kid.
That's just foul.
But she throws a nice repertoire of pitches out there. And, you know, from curveball, kind of a power pitcher, curveball, drop ball. She'll change speeds on you. She'll change elevations, too. So like what we've seen from her thus far.
Anderson plays her prep ball with Horizon as she grounds that one back to Wayon. Over to first, made it a bang-bang play. Anderson, like many of these players on Team Day, can really get up the line. But out number 1 here. Now Quinn Lenz stepping to the plate.
Yeah, so I've been fortunate to watch these teams play a lot this week. In fact, my team just played Team Day. We also played them last weekend in a little preview game for the Northern Arizona League. So that was our test pilot, and I love what I see out of this team. Very well coached team.
Lenz puts down a bunt, just foul.
Wise by our third baseman over there to let that ball go. Quinny Lenz has wheels on her, and she's quick out of the box, and she'll show you her whole arsenal. I wouldn't be surprised knowing how smart she is, and I've worked with her extensively on slap. She might chop slap right here. She might pull back and rock one at the third baseman's legs, but she'll change it up.
Fouls that one off, continuing to battle.
Yep, she has a full arsenal. She can drag bunt on you. She can sneaky bunt on you. She can bounce slap. She can lob slap. But she's not a slapper. It's important to illustrate that Quinn Lenz is a hitter that can also play the small ball game.
Wayon gets her sign and delivers just high. Wayon plays her prep ball with Hamilton, class of 2022. Last year, 1.83 ERA at the JV level. Started the 2020 season with a 2 ERA.
Yeah, what a start to the season that was.
She misses just high.
Yeah, that's a great pitcher's pitch in that spot. Quinny coming through the box a little quick. Like to see her slow it down just a little bit. Just need one soft step to get going right there. And Allison almost got her to bite right there. Good up pitch.
Here's the pitch. And that is strike 3, able to freeze her on the outside corner for out number 2.
That was a beautiful pitch right there. This is when we're getting to the end of a long weekend. Quinny's seen a lot of pitches, a lot of at-bats, and I'm sure she wants that one back. She's got to know in that spot, you know, she's essentially the leadoff. When the leadoff is, you know, has failed to reach base ahead of her, she becomes the leadoff. You've got to stick that bat out right there.
Hannah Bowers now coming to the plate. And we saw quite a bit of her last weekend, as you mentioned, in that showcase down in the Valley. And, man, she put on a show. She had some really key hits for this team day.
Well, I'll tell you what. You left last night, and then I gave this kid the nickname Doubles. I think she hit 4 doubles while I was watching, right? So she probably heard that, and then she plays my team last game, and she goes yard her first at bat, and she says, "I'm not just a doubles hitter."
Doubling up on the double.
So she quickly puts her team up 2-0 against us, and you know, I gotta love that about this kid. I've seen her hitting every gap. Then she hits a moonshot into the trees on the other field we were on. Unfortunately, that one wasn't recorded. Comes up her next bat and just smokes a line drive between third base and shortstop side. So, needless to say, this kid can swing the stick a little bit.
Big swing there and a miss. Now 2 strikes on her.
Look at that smile. The more I get to watch her play, the more I like this kid, and her coaches speak very highly of her. That's Scott Day and Scotty Lenz over there.
Fouls that one back, continuing to battle with 2 strikes as well as 2 outs.
Yep, Coach Day had called me up a little while ago, letting me know that this one's going to be aging up to the 18U level. So if their team stays at 16U, she's going to be looking for a home.
And she puts a right into that one. That's going to get over the right fielder's head. And she's looking for 2, potentially 3. She'll held up.
Stay at 2 doubles.
Appropriately nicknamed Doubles here in her first at bat of this game.
Well, and I can call her that now. Those are going to be homers about, you know, 1 more year. So.
Yeah, Dingers Bowers maybe.
Yep. Dingers, that's good sound to it. All right, well, she hits another one today, and she hit one earlier against my team. We'll give it to you, kiddo. We'll give you dingers. But, yeah, you know, I'm excited to see her play some more. They said if she needs to move up to the 18U level, would we be interested in that kid? I don't know how you can't be.
Shaylee Zeitz now coming up with 2 outs.
Shay, she's another one. Last night, you leave, and then this kid puts on a show. She hit a bomb into the trees in left field. And she comes up her next at bat and hits a triple into the gap, showing a little bit of speed out there.
Leon gets the sign and puts one in on the hands. And a nice catch there by Bree Larney to track that one down for the final out in the top of the first. So they get a runner in scoring position, but not able to bring them around. We're going to head to the bottom of the second. Team Delsante coming into the dugout. And that's going to be, they're going to be facing KK Bowers here, who is another highly decorated player. You
know, part of that Bowers duo there. Mm-hmm. You know, we've got 2 Bowers girls on the field, and you can't get enough of the Bowers out there. I will say this much, and you know, talked about this a lot yesterday. But man, what a beautiful weekend up here! Just the weather. The atmosphere, these ladies are so excited to be out here playing. And it's a showcase format. I haven't seen showcase effort. And what I mean by that is I'm not saying that you're going to get a lack of effort by teams, but I will say this much. In a showcase format, you see a lot of changes out there. Teams not necessarily going for wins sometimes. Today they want to win, and you know, a big part of that is the fact that we have Hotshots teams going up against one another, and there's bragging rights involved in that, big time. So again, about our Northern Arizona League, we got this started. You know, everybody knows the situation we're in right now, anyways, in terms of the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic, and that created a a potential need for us to get out there and do a few things. And we had 3 bullet points that we wanted to hit on if we could get this thing going, which we did, and we're super excited. I say we have so many volunteers involved in this venture. All of the coaches that are out here today, consider all the families volunteers, having to, you know, pony up a significant amount of money and make this thing happen. But, you know, 3 points. The first one was to our seniors, the 2020 class that got shut down and had to live with a bunch of uncertainty. I'll give it a second here as we got De La Cruz at the plate, and I just absolutely love watching this kid play ball.
Yeah, you said first at bat for her yesterday. Just that's a ball player's name, and I think she lived up to that, certainly, in at least the games that I was able to see. She was making plays in the field as well as in the box, as Bauer's able to get strike 1 over.
Yeah, so with the Northern Arizona League, we wanted to get the kids here in Arizona, you know, the seniors.
As that kicks off the shortstop, and De La Cruz able to take first base.
And we've seen her bounce the ball today. We've seen her slap one, bounce it over shortstop. We saw her do that right there. She just goes towards the 5-6 side. You know, not quite where she wanted to hit it, but doesn't matter because the shortstop is rushing, knowing how fast she is. So she puts pressure on the defense right there, and you're not throwing her out. I think she fields it clean. She still beats it out right there.
Riley Nielsen now coming to the plate.
I saw Riley hit a bomb in one of the games earlier today. That was fun to see. That was a 5-5 knock 'em out brawl between Delsante and Captain. It was a good game. That was the one Coach Welsh here did not want to end, and none of us here wanted it to end.
I actually got a text on the way in. On this Delsante team is Ariana Tamaro. I happen to know her father, Doug, quite well, and he gave a little bit of an update as they bounce back nicely after a tough game to kick things off here on a Saturday, as that is a strike. But they lost 3-0 to this day team, but then beat Team Chestnut 12-5 and also tied Team Captain 5-5. So they've certainly shown what they can do as well.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a well-coached team. I absolutely love Coach Delsante. He has a wonderful heart. He's a guy that is fully committed to his teammates out there. He's going to give his student athletes every ounce that he has. And, you know, it's great to see this.
That is Sky to the shortstop for the out.
It's great to see his team playing at this level, because I know he's always had teams in the past that were right on the cusp, and I think this team right here, I think they have something a little extra special going. So happy for Coach, happy for his team out here, and I definitely like this matchup a lot. A lot of speed all the way around on both sides, so expect to see some pressure put on both defenses.
Grace Rana coming to the plate. We saw her do a really nice job behind the plate early on in this tournament.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, even late in one of the games, it was a little lopsided game, and that young lady was just working bell to bell. There was never any quit in her. That's what you always want to see, regardless of what the score is out there. She's still working on her technique, working on her sticks. High pitch goes by, nobody on base. She's still coming out of her chute real quick. So yeah, definitely can tell that it's a passionate young player and somebody that really loves the game.
Bowers gets her sign and delivers. That is grounded into left field. So starting to string together here a couple of hits is Team Delsante.
If you're Team Delsante, this is exactly what you're hoping for right here. Put a little pressure on the defense. You've now got a really strong young lady coming up to the plate here. I'll let you give the formal introduction.
Yeah, Elise Kingston coming to the plate.
So 2 ducks on the pond. She's going to be looking early in the count to drive something to a gap.
Class of 2021 plays her prep ball from Mountain Point. Check swing, gets that over for a strike.
You see the look on her face right there. She's going, gosh, I wish I could have that one back. That's just a preparation. You got to be ready to pull that trigger in that spot right there, because that was a good pitch to hit.
And we're going to call timeout here. Some dust coming through. We've been battling wind, really, that's the only weather that we've had to
take it.
Had to go up against here in Prescott. Just an absolutely beautiful weekend as that pitch is outside.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of wind and a lot of insurance claims. A lot of broken windshields out there in the parking lot, and that's, for me, I like to see it. I love seeing offense, love seeing home runs.
And that is grounded, good throw over to third base. That was Lita Vorsith over to Jaden Warren to get the lead runner out.
I think that was actually Quinn Lenz out there at shortstop.
Excuse me, yes. Quinn Lenz over to Jess Gang.
I tell you, that's the one thing about this showcase format. It's a little tough to keep track of who's who and who's where out there, because they're going to change on us every single inning out there, or maybe every 2 innings. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see these young ladies showcase themselves playing in multiple positions.
Forsyth now up to the plate, grounds that right back to the pitcher for the out. So both teams get a couple of runners on, but not able to bring any home. We're going to head to the second inning as we are scoreless between Team Delsante and Team Day.
Yeah, so are we staying right here?
All right, we are heading to the second inning, 0-0, Team Delsante, Team Day. Team Delsante here in the field now. We have a scoreless ball game here in the top of the second. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Jordan Ham alongside Brian Georges as we are continuing this great weekend of high school softball for the Northern Arizona League, the Elite Summer Fast Pitch Series. And coming to the plate, Demi De Herrera. She takes strike number 1 from Allison Wayant.
Yeah, this girl made me look like a soothsayer last night, saying she was looking to drive one out of the ballpark and then appropriately hits one out of the park on the next pitch. I love this girl. In fact, I coached her in Arizona girls softball. That was my second season of coaching that. She was about 3'5". She's about double that height now. She's about 6 feet tall. Just what a awesome build on her, and probably more awesome is the smile on her face. Got to see her a little bit last game against my team as well, and she smoked a couple balls out there. Happy for her. She's a strong kid with good swing technique.
Big swing there for strike 3, so Wayant wastes no time getting out number 1 here in the top of the second.
Yeah, I saw there on those last couple of hacks that I didn't see that in her at-bats yesterday. I didn't see that in the game against us. Demi looks like she's pulling open right there. Saw her front foot kind of open up, and so the foot kind of stepping in the bucket, so to speak, and the shoulder coming open right there. She's just got to close that up a little bit and stay linear.
Zoe Jackson shows bunt, goes just foul. And I know, Coach Georges, that Jackson is a player that you think very highly of.
I do, and you know, we played this team just a short while ago. I mean, half an hour or so, and Zoe goes out there and she's just tearing it up on the base paths, and she's also one that'll tear it up out in the outfield. We saw a beautiful diving catch from her yesterday where she came all the way from center field to almost shortstop position. Yeah, this is a girl that absolutely loves playing the game, and like the majority of the student athletes on that Hotshots Day side, she flies around the bases. That's what's so fun about watching this team play. You got Andy Anderson, Quinn Lenz, you've got Zoe right here. You got a young lady in the towards the bottom of the lineup, and her name escapes me for a second here. Kennedy Burns looked like she moved out there, and Taylor Etherton's got good speed too. And you know, I'm missing probably 4 more that have some rockets on them, so fun to watch.
Yeah, they have the speed and the aggressive mentality. They are not afraid to force the defense to make a play on them. She takes a ball there. Jackson, 3.8 GPA at O'Connor High School. Takes an inside strike. Tough pitch there from Allison Wayant. 2-2 the count.
You know, having watched a lot of softball this weekend and having seen this team play quite a bit, I expect this to be a bounce-back game for Day. Took some lumps against our team a short while ago, and atypical of this team. Just one of those games. Our girls were swinging some pretty hot sticks, and they've been swinging hot sticks all weekend.
A little bit, yeah. I believe 27 runs in the first 2 games.
They put another 17 on last night in the 3rd game. In the 4th game, I don't know what the score was. It was a lot. In this past game,
tennis rackets.
I think they put 15 up in the last game. So, yeah, I'm just excited to watch not just them, all these teams play. But I will tell you what, when your team's swinging bats like that, and you're able to just eat some popcorn and sit back and watch them play softball, I mean, this is honestly like the greatest time ever I've had. You know, watching our girls play, and it's regardless of whether we're at PGF or some local tournament, winning a championship. It's just fun to see.
Just Gang to the plate now, takes ball 1. She grounds that one up the middle. Jackson will hold at second.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the highlight reel on the weekend as a whole. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I'll watch it over and over and over again. So no pressure on Floodstream and the guys in the truck over there. They have probably about, if I were to guess, like 10 terabytes of data to comb through over there and put that together. But it should be a lot of fun.
And as you said, a whole lot of home runs from everybody. That's the thing about. I've learned quickly from this this program a lot of mashers, and it's not like they're slouches in the circle either. These are some good pitchers that are.
And that's exactly it. We've seen a lot of really good pitching. I saw a couple pitchers. Again, against my team, just lapses, in almost like what I saw last week with my offensive players, mental lapses. I saw pitchers where they'd done all the work, they're ahead in the count, they've got 2 strikes, and then they leave a cookie down the middle of the plate. We're not seeing that right now from Allison. She is moving east and west. She is moving. She's dipping the ball a little bit. She's getting on top of that pitch. So she's tough right here. She's not giving Kennedy Brandon. She's not giving her a whole lot.
Outside pitch.
Yeah, good hard curve on the outside corner right there. So showing Kennedy a little bit of everything. Expect to see her maybe go inside on this next pitch.
Does that, goes off speed. That's going to get up and out.
Even better. I'm seeing her go hard in, hard out, hard in, hard out. So if I'm up there hitting against her right there, whether it's her catcher calling those pitches down there or it's her coach, you had me fooled. They've been hiding that off-speed pitch for a little bit.
Wayant gets the signal, goes inside.
Be interested to see what this call is, because that ball looked like it was over the plate.
Looks like Kennedy thought it was a full count, but now it is a full count. Yeah, that was a tough pitch right in on the corner.
That was a beautiful pitch. I mean, if I'm a pitcher, I want that call right there. Give me a couple bumps, Blue, especially on that inside corner. She comes right back with it.
Yeah, virtually right there, right over the first baseman's head. That's going to get a little bit of space. Jackson coming around, and she will score, as the runners will also move up to second and third. So what did we say last weekend? Put the ball in play, good things will happen, and it just got out of the reach of Bailey Day there to
no.
Excuse me. Got out of Riley Nielsen's reach.
Yep.
And they were able to bring in a run there.
I could see how you said Bailey Day over there. One, we've got 2 teams in the same age group. We've watched them all play all weekend, but the other point, I think, is this Bailey at the plate?
It is, yep.
So, you look out over there at Riley Nielsen over at first base, tall like Bailey, long and lean, big wingspan over there.
Yeah, Day now at the plate, 4.2 GPA from Cactus Shadows.
That was just a mature piece of hitting by Kylie Brandon there. Allison Wayant was coming in on her hands. She gets the full count, right? She just misses in on her. It was a really nice pitch, doesn't get the call. So, but they want to come right back with that pitch, and they come back to virtually the same spot, but probably one bump in, because if she's going to miss in that spot, she's going to miss closer to the plate, not want to give up the walk. Still runs it in on her hands, but Kennedy, great job. Great awareness, I think, recognizing that they're probably coming back inside on her again and just fisting it or punching it out there. And like you said, Jordan, I mean, get runners on, get things in motion, and then, you know, what she do? She punches it to right field, and we've got a run across already for Day.
So that was strike number 3 on Bailey Day. Kennedy Burns now coming to the plate with 2 outs.
Like I said, another one of those speedsters out there, so she's going to keep the defense honest here.
She takes strike 1 right down the middle. Burns, another player, you're going to hear this a lot. GPA over 4.0, 4.14 GPA over at Red Mountain. Saw 8 games of action in the 2020 season before things got cut short. She shows bunt, takes a strike.
I'll tell you, Allison is dialed in so far. She looks like she is diming the ball. She is hitting her spots, controlling the zone. This has got to be her best pitch right here with runners in second and third. Good speed up here.
Goes right back to Wayant, over to first for the final out. But Team Day able to bring over the first run of this game, and they're going to lead this one 1-0. But yeah, Wayant continuing just to really attack that zone. And to Team Day's credit, they're making solid contact and just finding holes there in that defense. Yep,
yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I was talking about the Northern Arizona League. Our three objectives, you know, one, those 2020s, they didn't have graduation, didn't have prom. All of a sudden, there's no more high school, no more high school softball. You know, life seems a little uncertain, and absolutely. So, you know, we you know, real quick, we have a sponsorship spot here for Mac Media Incorporated, everything Apple, everything local. Mac Media is an Apple Premier sales and service provider with locations in Peoria, Arizona, as well as Old Town, Scottsdale. Mac Media can do anything you need them to do in the world of Apple. So if you don't like going to malls and waiting for a genius at the Apple bar or anything like that, Mac Media offers all the same services. Apple Care Plus, Apple Care regular protection, outside of warranty repairs. They'll sell you a new product, pre-owned product. They got a little bit of everything over there. Been in the Valley for 21 years.
And I can say, as my girlfriend who has had her fair share of bad luck with her Apple products and water, she has used Mac Media on multiple occasions, in some cases in the span of like 5 days, and walked away a very, very happy customer. So personal testimony right there.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about Mac Media last week, and then you showed me your cell phone and from Jordan's Jordan's better half. She says, "My dudes."
Yep, Mac Media, my dudes.
I had a smile on my face ear to ear. I still do right now. So thank you.
As Natalia Delsante grounded out to shortstop to lead things off here. Now we have Jaden Warren up to the plate.
Yeah, we have, you know, obviously we're sponsored by Floodstream as well. They're the ones that are putting on this awesome production this weekend with camera out in center, camera behind home. They got what they call a snoop camera on us up over here. I'm a little concerned about what was said and what we're going to see later on.
Oh, that is new.
Yeah, see, you didn't notice it. Anna now
that
noticed.
That is Snoopy.
Anna's been sitting right in the middle of that right there. So they've got cameras and microphones everywhere. I'm starting to think they're the FBI or the CIA or something like that. They're catching everything out there. And I think what has been truly awesome about their production is we've asked them to do so much, and we're doing so much on the fly, being essentially a new startup. And so they have to deal with an uneducated buffoon like myself and asking them, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? And I don't understand the production world, and I never will try to. And Joseph has just politely smiled and said, yes, yes, yes. I know we got to be driving him crazy, or at least I'm going to say me. But, man, you know.
As that is grounded to Bowers. Tough play for her, but she gets it over to first
Hannah
for the second out.
Bowers. That was a phenomenal play. You can't sit back on that. It's a do or die. She comes charging in on that ball, takes a high hop, kind of does like a jumping pirouette and throws it over to first base. Athletic play right there. Let's see that.
And as you said, made that hop very short.
Yep.
As she was able to glove that one. Bree Larney coming to the plate now.
Yeah, so, you know, I think the one piece of feedback I heard from some viewers, specifically college coaches that are watching at home, are saying this is a recruitable broadcast. The only thing, and this was last weekend on our trial run, so to speak, they said we need to see, if possible, if you can capture the body language of the student athletes out there, if you can capture some dugout shots, some shots interacting with one another out there. These guys have caught everything out there for us, and so really appreciate you guys over at Floodstream Productions, the ones that are putting this whole thing together, shooting the whole thing, making the edits on the fly, providing the graphics. I mean, it's amazing what goes into a production like this. And I got to peek inside their trailer over there. That thing is super cool. I don't know if I was able to snap a picture or anything like that. Might give away some industry trades, but I want a trailer like that at home. That's all I know.
Yeah, this is not my first broadcast with Floodstream, and every single time. Professional as can be, quality products. Good guys, too.
Yeah, we have another sponsor jumped on just the other day for us, Jimmy Thompson. Jimmy Thompson is a local realtor, and his daughter plays in the league. I will say this about Mr. Thompson. It's jimmythompson.com. And jimmythompson.com, you can look him up, Jimmie Thompson.com. Jimmy has been around the Valley for well over 20 years. He knows everything there is to know about real estate in the area. And I'll tell you my personal experience with Jimmy, and I've yet to use him. Luckily, the house I've been in there for a while, but I would feel very comfortable, in fact, fortunate to have him as somebody representing me, whether it's selling my home, buying a new home. He is a wonderful communicator. He sends out this newsletter informing you of just everything that's new, including in his life. And unfortunately for his daughter, I've heard about her first boyfriend at some point in time. So much.
Talking about industry secrets there.
Yeah. He's just a great guy. And you know, I think with Jimmy, you want to get in on his Halloween party. That's what I'm hearing on the street.
Good stuff there. Strikeout to wrap up the second inning. We're going to head to the third with Team Day leading 1-0. Team Day with a 1-0 lead here in the third inning over Team Delsante. Thanks so much for tuning in to this great weekend of softball alongside Brian Georges. I am Jordan Ham, and coming to the plate we have Taylor Etherton. As Brian has alluded to, one of the many players here on Team Day that can really just, it's a revolving door when she gets on base, as she's always looking to grab that next one. She wastes no time, right up the middle with a leadoff single.
So I didn't get to say it before the hit, so I sound like a complete homer saying this, but I really like what I see from her, just in the sense of even like her batting stance. She's got her chest out over the plate, her nose over the plate. She puts herself in a good position to see the ball really well. She runs well. She's a good fielder out there. She plays multiple positions, including, you know, she's also a pitcher. And I just look at something like that and I go, great hand-eye coordination, very heads-up type of player. And, you know, the fact that she can play all those positions tells me that she's got a bright future ahead of her.
Andy Anderson now coming to the plate. In her first at-bat, she grounded back to the pitcher.
Yeah, this is definitely Andy Anderson here. I think we had a graphic up for a second that had someone else up there, but this is Andy Anderson.
Grounds that one foul.
Now, I'll tell you the key part of Miss Etherton reaching base to lead off this inning is now you've got Andy Anderson and Quinn Lenz here. And all of these are table setters. They all have power too, but you're already in a tough spot right here. They have so many options with no outs. That runner at first base, they can straight steal. They can bunt on you here. They can slap.
Pitch comes in just high, and they are going to try to steal. Looks like a miscommunication between the middle infield, but Etherton able to take second there.
And that's what speed does. I mean, you're early in the ball game. Obviously, middle infield hasn't communicated on whose bag it is. It's going to be a close play, whether that goes through or not. And now expect to see what I'm accustomed to seeing from Team Day over here, Team Day, Team Lenz. Expect to see a little chaos.
That is off speed back to the pitcher. Runner's going to hold, try to take third there, and they will get that. Etherton able to advance on the play.
She must have been out by about half a step. That was such a bang play over there at first. What a great picture there. Etherton holding up, making sure the commitment was there over to first. Into third base easily here. And you've done your job right there. I mean, obviously she wanted that to go 5-6 hole. If she puts it over the 5-6 hole, Andy Anderson's beating that out. But now you've got a runner at third, less than 2 outs. Situational ball for a smart hitter like Quinn Lenz.
Lenz lines that one foul.
I'd like to see her stronger with the top hand right there. Looked a little lazy with that. And again, that could be so much ball in the weekend, but she's also a really smart gal. She'll make that correction. I shouldn't say that. There's no way this kid is tired. She's nails.
They're going to reset here.
There's stronger top hand right here. Keep that barrel above it. Put the ball in play. Your runner's going to score from third. Tie this ball game up. Well, actually, take that back. Expand the lead.
Yeah, extend that lead a little bit.
Yeah.
Pitch is outside. Lenz plays her prep ball at Cactus Shadows. Swayant gets the sign, goes off speed, puts that one up the middle.
Oh.
And not able to handle it was Natalia Delsante. So you have a runner on, a runner coming in, and they do extend that lead 2-0.
It's not very characteristic of Natalia Delsante out there. She'll usually come to that ball. She should know her hitter there. She stays back, plays it off the wrong foot, and at that point in time, she just lets that ground ball eat her up, and she knows right away. She is such a smart young lady. You won't see that again in this game. I guarantee you that. In fact, I'll put a safe bet on that one right there.
And again, I think that's also just a product of the speed, knowing that it's going to be a quick play. Your momentum's not taking you towards first base.
I think off the bat she thought it was hit harder than it was, and so she wanted to stay back and get that back foot down and just make a good, strong throw over to first. She's got a good arm on her, but, you know, I like to see aggressive defense. If you make a mistake charging the ball, or I shouldn't even say mistake, if physically you're just unable to handle the ball, I'll tell our players all day long I'm okay with that.
Bowers puts that one into right field.
You're going to see Quinny go? No?
And Lenz will hold up. But second hit there for Hannah Bowers. Double in the first, now a single here in the third.
Yeah, I want to see Quinny moving. Obviously, her coach has got a really good read on that. I want to see her going all the way soft to third. But again, I might have thought it was hit harder than it was. Also can't anticipate that ball maybe slowing up on that lip out there. Between the dirt and the grass, but Quinn is so fast, and her an opportunity when she gets going, she's already explosive on her first step, but her top end speed I think gets her to third base. And I'm mostly saying that because I want to see the big exciting play at third base. I want to see the runner. I want to see the runner and the ball converge. I want to see a tag. I want to see, and there we go. We see Quinny out there. Yep. Yeah, and I think all of our audience wants to see the same thing, especially college coaches watching. We don't care. We don't care if she gets thrown out. What we care about is how good was her read. Was she picking up her coach, or was she trying to turn back and watch the ball? So
hard hit ball by Shaylee Zeitz, but that is caught by Delsante. As you said, she was going to bounce back nicely. She did there to get the out. Good piece of base running there to hold as
So
well.
I'm gonna steal a quick moment here to talk about the Northern Arizona League. This has been a phenomenal experience. The next weekend we have coming up is July 11th and 12th. We have the SoCal A's committed. I know we have 2 of their teams coming. We may have 4. We'll confirm that detail here in the next probably 48 hours. And I got an email last night from the Ohana Tigers, and we've been talking about them coming out. I think they caught bits and pieces of the broadcast, and I think their girls maybe watched a little bit as well, and they said, hey, we got to get there. So I got to talk to Jesse over there at the Ohana Tigers, but we'd love to have them all over here for this next event. Looking like that's going to happen. I'll have a conversation with them first thing tomorrow and get that lined up. But the concept and the idea here is we want the best competition out here. There's some great teams over at Ohana Tigers and over at the SoCal A's. Briggs squad over there. Jesse Herrera's got a good team over there. We'd like to see Richardson come out. They've got a great squad. I don't know all of the teams that are coming in, but I'll get to know them pretty quickly because at some point in time either I've coached against them or some of our 16U coaches have. I just know that they all want them out here and we want them out here too. So a little bit of a border clash that we're we're looking to promote.
Expand in the field there.
There we go. A little Southern California AZ competition. So
2 outs here, 2 runners on in the top of the 3rd. Team Day leading 2-0. Big swing from Demi De Herrera. Just missed that one.
Again, what I see is that the entire front side opening up on that swing right there. And, she's really almost trying to force the barrel through the zone. She's got to just stay in her slot. Just go with that knob back straight across the chest. That barrel in the zone. And right there, she's bailing out on every single pitch. So
that is ball 4.
I'm going to be yelling out from here in her next at-bat to fix that. Because that young lady has got a very bright future ahead of her. That's just a small thing. But, again, when you're turning open like that, the ball's coming, the barrel's pulling open. I mean, your chances of converging on the ball are so much less. I mean, that ball's coming straight. You want your barrel to get flat into the zone and stay perpendicular through contact right there. And if that shoulder and that front side turn out, the barrel's in and out of the zone very quickly. So we saw what she could do last night when she keeps the barrel in the zone, and that ball still hasn't landed.
Zoe Jackson takes strike number 1 in her first at-bat. She walked and scored a run.
So again, about the Northern Arizona League, so we've got a 50-50 raffle going on. You can buy tickets out here. You can even come up to our booth. I think my daughter might still be walking around. I'm not sure yet. No, she just shrugged me off. She said, Dad, I've done 8 games.
I've been working all weekend.
I'll tell you what, I will sell some tickets because I'm about to turn the mic over to Anna Welsh with Arizona Christian, who's blessed us with her presence and her softball IQ. I gave myself the start today, pulled her out of the starting position here, but I knew that she would be a very strong closer for us. So she is warm, primed, ready to go. She's so excited to be out here watching softball with us. We all are. So, again, on that 50-50 raffle, if you want to do Venmo at Brian-Georges, that's at BRIAN-GEORGES. We also have PayPal option. That's just Brian Georges at ArizonaHotshots.com. Feel free. $1 gets you a ticket. $5 gets you 7 tickets. $10 an arm's length.
As Jackson takes strike 3 to end the inning.
And $20 gets you a 6-foot length. And you can also make donations to this. If you like what you're seeing out here, it's expensive for us to put this on. It's a not-for-profit. So whether you participate in our 50-50 raffle or you make a donation or you decide that you want to do some advertising with you, we doubled our viewership this weekend. We had over 1,000 viewers last weekend. We have well over 2,000 this weekend. And we truly think that we'll probably have closer to 4,000 or 5,000 in the upcoming weekend. So email me, Brian Georges at ArizonaHotshots.com. That's also my PayPal. But feel free to email me if you're interested in taking part in what we've got going on out here. If you've got some feedback for us, we'll take it. But yeah, if you can, reach out. And if you're interested in advertising, I'll get you all the details for what advertisements and packages are going to look like going forward. Again, shout out to our partners over at Floodstream. You see the graphic up on the screen here. And they're the guys. They're the crew out here that's doing an amazing job. I don't know how many at this point in time are working, but we've got 4 cameras going out there. We've got microphones everywhere. We've got multiple commentators over here. We've got a truck over there with a graphics operator, an engineer over there, I think, doing sound, video, obviously. These guys they do a fantastic job. So, you know, we had an idea of what we wanted to do, and these guys were able to do more than what we could have expected in such a short period of time, too. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to turn this over now to Coach Anna Welsh from Arizona Christian, and she's going to join Jordan the rest of the way, and this broadcast is going to get only better right here, and so is the competition, too. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Brian. Always fun sharing a broadcast booth with you, and we will welcome Coach Welsh here in game number 4 of the day here on what's been a busy weekend. And Coach, just overall, just what's been your impressions of this showcase here so far?
Yeah, no, this has been great. Brian called me maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks ago about it, and I love the idea. It really helps us college coaches be able to recruit, you know, in this climate, and the broadcast has just made it phenomenal. I remember watching last week, and I was blown away. They were actually using our home field, and our home field, it's nothing great, but the broadcast made it made it not even look like a field that was average. It was just awesome, and Jordan, you did a great job, and Brian, it was just awesome listening, and so it's been good to be able to scout.
As we get things going here in the 3rd, Allison Wayant grounds to the pitcher. That's now Taylor Etherton stepping in to the circle. And now we're going to go to the top of the lineup, Liv De La Cruz coming in. She led the game off here with a single, was thrown out at 3rd on a fielder's choice.
It's been great to watch up from this angle as well, and just to see what the pitchers are doing, and just to see, you know, well, one being in the shade, but the weather's great, but this is just a great angle, and just kind of getting to know the girls and seeing them, you know, at bat in and at bat out has been awesome.
And overall, how has this current climate that we're in changed the way you recruit?
Oh, you know,
That one is skied to the catcher. Jess Gang behind the plate now makes the catch.
she did a great job on that. First of all, let's talk about that. So she did a great job making the basket catch. Too many times the ball straight above you is a really tough catch, so just to let it come down to you, she made that look easy. These catchers out here are doing a great job this week, but I like what she did there.
Riley Nielsen stepping in, started the game at first base, flew out to the shortstop in her first at bat.
But you know what's been interesting? I know everybody's at least had, you know, one or multiple Zoom meetings. We went to Zoom right away once, you know, with recruits and stuff. And there was one I was able to meet, because obviously you can't see them in person. She's in California. And, you know, her and her parents sit at a table. Here I am at my kitchen table, and we talked for over an hour. And I really felt like I got to know them and they got to know me. So we've been able to use technology to our advantage, and this is one way it helps as well.
As Nielsen turns on that one into left field to extend the inning.
That was a nice piece of hitting right there. She kept her hands inside of an inside pitch. That was an inside pitch. I mean, she hit that ball hard. She made it look easy.
Grace Rana now stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, she's had a great weekend. It's fun to watch her hit. She's a strong, athletic kid with good plate discipline.
As that pitch is outside. Yeah, we got to talk to her after one of their games, and she was all over the place behind the plate, also had a couple key hits, and yeah, just a humble player that really just wanted to give all the credit to the pitchers, and you know, you could tell she just has a good head on her shoulders as she puts that one to center field, but right at Zoe Jackson for the final out. So we are going to head to the top of the fourth. Team Day currently leading 2-0.
She crushed that ball. She's had great at-bats. It's been fun to watch her play. Just a great athlete.
Yeah, hard hit ball just right at Jackson. And now Team Day going to extend that lead as we head to the fourth of Game 4 of the day. 4 of 6. Team Day leading 2-0. Team Day leading 2-0 over Team Delsante. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Jordan Ham alongside ACU head coach Anna Welsh here on what's been a great weekend of high school softball. Jess Gang stepping to the plate, singled in her first at bat. That pitch is outside. Class of 2021. As that one skips in. Riley Flynn in the circle now for Team Delsante.
I was able to watch Riley throw in her earlier game and just super impressed, especially from this angle. She has great command, great control. She was really good at going in and out. Used her changed up, when she needed it. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more. But man, she had great command. And what I like too is you could tell when she missed a little bit, I'm just talking a little bit, she owned it. She looked at her catcher, kind of hit her chest like, hey, I've got you. So just loved her awareness. And she owned it. She didn't make an excuse, but she's like, I can do better. And it just really impressive on the mound. Her body language has really impressed me.
3-2 count here for Gang. Excuse me, now it's full, 3-2. Gang plays her prep ball for Pinnacle, 438 batting average. We may also see her in the circle as she's a pitcher as well. And she fouls that one up the left field line to extend the at-bat.
That's a great cut on full count. You're just looking for anything you can drive, and she drove it. If she can keep her hands inside that, we might get that fair down the line for a stand-up double. So we'll see if Flynn goes in or if she stays out. We'll see what happens here.
Flynn shakes off her catcher. Goes right down the middle, and she straightens that one out and into left field for a leadoff single. Coach, just like you said, got the hands inside on that one.
And the hitter did a great job. I mean, she was already full count. Flynn, she kind of forced Flynn to throw it there because she already turned on an inside pitch. Flynn had to throw it there and made her pay. It's a great job by both sides.
Kennedy Brandon stepping to the plate, and Zoe Jackson will be stepping on first here for Gang. Brandon in her first at bat worked a nice count there and then doubled in the second inning. Pitch to Brandon. Check swing. And ball got away. Jackson's going to take second there. So she advances there.
Yeah, she didn't read that right away, but the good news is she still was able to make it, and then nobody got hurt by that.
Pitch here on the outside corner. Looked like a good frame job there by Grace Rana.
Yeah, Grace is doing a great job back there because from up here, we're right over the plate, so we do get a little bit of say on that. Looked like a ball to me, but Grace pulled that in, did a great frame job.
And in on the hands, that's going to get into foul territory.
That's what I love about Flint. She just went out, got the called strike on the super far outside corner, wasn't afraid to go in on the hands. I mean, she's not afraid to go in. And some pitchers are, but man, she is so confident to throw in. I love it.
Flynn's getting her sign here. Goes inside again for strike number 3. able to freeze Brandon for the first out.
As a college coach, there's so much stuff we can teach, but there's only so many things as well. Like, you can't force a pitcher to throw in and tight if they're not comfortable. So seeing that is just so marketable.
Bailey Day steps to the plate, takes ball 1.
And now she's living there because she knows it's a tough pitch to hit. Bailey's a 3.9 GPA. So impressive. These girls just impress me so much.
You know, and with my full-time gigs with Sports 360 AZ, one of the things we do for really almost all sports for the high school level is the all-academic team. And with this softball team, this past year, we've had our biggest participation. And I sent the list over to Brian Georges after the first weekend calling these games, and so many of them were featured on that. And, yeah, you just look at so many of these GPAs well north of 4.0. That one's in on the hands again, and that is in the air, going to be caught by Jaden Warren for the second out.
I do love how Flynn still went for that. Most coaches tell their pitchers never to catch anything, but Flynn's a competitor. She doesn't want any ball to drop, so she went for it until called off. It's a great job by the left side.
Kennedy Burns coming to the plate now. Grounded to the pitcher in her first at bat. As they back pick, and that could have almost been detrimental for Lita Vorsith. Grace ran through an absolute bullet to her. She was able to recover. As Burns puts that one down, beautiful bunt. That's going to be a real tough play. She's going to beat that one out.
She was safe, easy. I mean, that was just effortless. That's a great bunt. Great read on the defense.
Yeah, not much Warren could have done there.
I mean, she just absorbed it perfectly. Connected. I mean, that's textbook.
Yeah, catching the pitch rather than poking at it. Now Taylor Etherton coming to the plate. She had a single, stolen base, scored a run.
That's a good day.
All in one inning, too.
Yeah, that's a good inning. That's a good inning.
First pitch to Etherton. She wastes no time, and that is going to drop in front of Delsante. One run comes in, and Burns will advance to third on that one. Tough play there for Delsante, but did a nice job keeping it in front of her.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of hitting. I would have loved for them to get the runner at first to second before she made contact. So basically taking a pitch, get the other runner in scoring position. If so, that scores 2 runs. But you know what? They didn't want to do that. But, you know, they're in position now. First and third, let's see if they take second and try to get 2 runners in scoring position.
2 outs here. Now the top of the order, Andy Anderson coming to the plate. They will try to steal on that one. Doesn't slide. Was Etherton, and that's going to end the inning there. So a couple opportunities left on the base pass, but Team Day does extend the lead to 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Just a tough opportunity there as Etherton got cut down.
Yeah, that's tough. We want to see her get dirty and slide there. Now, we all make mistakes, and they might have had a brain fart there, might not have realized the ball was coming through. But hopefully, you know, I think she'll make the adjustment and learn from that. You know, if it takes that play for her to learn that I always have to slide in that, then I'm fine with that play happening. But really want to see her get dirty there and then give her hitter a chance to score 2.
So it is a 3-0 lead, Team Day over Team Delsante right now. We'll have the middle of the lineup coming up for Team Delsante.
And in fast pitch softball with these 2 teams, never underestimate 3 runs. I mean, it might look like a good lead, but I can see this getting tied up, you know, real quick. with the athletes that are on the field right now, and just the coaches behind them and stuff. And I think the rust has worn off from quarantine, and the girls are ready to get after it. They're showing that, they're proving that. It's been fun to watch. I really haven't seen much rust at all, and that kind of surprised me. I was thinking I would see a little bit more, but I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing for mid-June after a 3-month quarantine.
Mm-hmm. And as a head coach, what are you telling your players to try to limit that rust as much as you can?
Yeah, you know what? There's only so much you can do though, because even like as a pitcher, she could throw her bullpens 2-3 times a week. But if there's no hitter, it's really hard to sequence and really get a feel for things. But you got to just keep up with the fundamentals. My big stressor has been fundamentals. You can't play a game right now, so you can't do situational hitting. So let's just make sure our fundamentals are good as humanly possible.
Etherton in the circle. And Kingston to the plate now here for Team Delsante. She fouls pitch number 1.
I think the other thing is use your resources. I mean, if even if it's body weight workouts, if you can lift, you can run. I mean, we had time. So really hoping, athletes were able to stay in shape, and we know the motivated ones do. So this is the chance for the ones who maybe need to step up to get after it, on their own. Are they self-motivated? That's going to be a big question that we see coming out of this quarantine fully, is who was self-motivated and who wasn't.
Was doing an interview actually with Phoenix Mercury guard Skylar Diggins-Smith, and she's called this quarantine the great equalizer. That however however many months it's going to be off, it's going to show real quickly who's the one that was working and who's the one that was might have been lax a little bit.
You know what? I love Skylar. My husband's from South Bend.
Okay.
My kids were born in South Bend. I coached in South Bend for quite a few years, so I love me some Skylar Diggins, and she's right.
Yeah.
And she's really good.
She's good, and she's a great interview. I love talking to her about things on the court,
Yeah.
off the court.
She went to high school with one of my studs, an All-American that I coached that led that graduated leading home runs in the NAIA, and they played basketball together and they won state together and stuff.
Oh, really?
So yeah, really cool connection there.
So that one is grounded back to Etherton. Easy throw over to first for the first out.
You gotta love it when a pitcher fields her position and doesn't freak out. We look at that as coaches. Now we need stud pitchers, but can't have a pitcher who struggles fielding, because teams will pick that apart, and a team will bunt them to death and make the pitcher get them out. So it's good to see her do that.
Lita Vorsith coming to the plate. Has been the shortstop here for Team Delsante. Plays her prep ball at Dobson, class of 2021. She takes that first pitch low.
What's nice about Etherton too is she plays other positions. She's not a PO. She's an athlete. She's versatile. She knows how to help her team win. Offensively, defensively, in the circle. She wants the ball. So it's really good to see her, and it's fun to watch her.
Pitch here from Etherton. Just high. Vorsith in her career, .455 batting average, 78 runs scored, 36 RBI, 23 doubles.
Whew.
She takes ball 3. Volunteer assistant baseball coach at Mesa American Little League, also a tutor.
That's awesome just to hear about them giving back. I mean, it's not all about them. They realize that they're there to help others and kind of use the gifts they've been blessed with. So that's just so neat to hear.
She grounds that one between third and short. Get things going here for Team Delsante.
And Etherton did her job there. That was a good pitch. It just happened to go in the 5-6 hole. So it's a good pitch, and it was a good at bat. So neither of them could have done anything differently.
Now coming to the plate, Natalia Delsante. We've already seen her at second. We've seen her in right field.
And that's what we want. As college coaches, we want that versatility and athleticism. We want them to know the game from different positions. It's really marketable. That was easy.
And there's that defense from Etherton. Snags the line drive, able to double up Vorsith for the double play. So easy play there. As we'll get one more look here at Etherton's athleticism. Just quick reaction and simple as that. Just a nice easy throw over to first. Team Day leading 3-0 over Team Delsante. Team Day leading 3-0 over Team Delsante. Thanks so much for tuning in to Elite Summer Fast Pitch Series, Northern Arizona Softball, alongside Anna Welsh, the head coach of the ACU Firestorm. I'm Jordan Ham, and so far it's been a quick game, but some situational hitting, some opportunistic hitting by Team Day, giving them the 3-0 lead. Now Andy Anderson stepping in. Lines that one up the third base. In her last at bat, Taylor Etherton was caught stealing for the 3rd out, so she's resetting here things in the top of the 5th.
We're going to see Andy Anderson here just read the defense. She just tried to slap there. I'm interested to see if she tries that again or if she looks to maybe put a little baby bunt down just to get on base as a leadoff.
Takes an outside strike, so already behind here. 0-2.
She's a lefty-lefty, so I don't think the outfielders give her enough respect. They're treating her as only a slapper, but she'll surprise you.
Big swing there for strike 3, as Flynn just went right after her after getting ahead.
Flynn was great there. She saw that the outside pitch worked, and she stuck with it. She didn't have to use a whole bunch of other locations or pitches, and she got it done in 3 pitches, which is nice.
Can't do much better there. Quinn Lenz coming to the plate. She shows bunt, pulls that back after it was in the dirt. Lenz, a class of 2023. Can play middle infield as well as the outfield. Outside pitch, called a strike.
See, and I think Flynn just wants to stay out on the slappers. She likes the left side of her infield. She doesn't mind a ball going to them. She knows that they've got her back. Let's see if she stays out there or wants to go in.
Two outs here in the top of the 5th. Bowers takes ball number 1, struck out, or excuse me, a double and a single so far for Bowers, who Brian Georges has deemed doubles. So she takes a strike there.
Doubles with a 4.5 GPA, so all the round success.
Yeah.
College coaches need to star her, circle her.
Bowers takes a ball there. Yeah, playing over at Willow Canyon, class of 2021. Wants to pursue a career as a physical therapist or registered nurse. Takes a strike there.
Well, and her GPA is so great. That's what I just love seeing all the GPAs. It's really impressive because, you know, everybody wants the full ride, but sometimes we need your academics to be high to where we can group that together, and then we can make it a full ride, you know, kind of thing, or make it close.
That pitch just missed.
You know, I think we get that call if the catcher doesn't go so far out. I think that's Gray Speck. I'm not sure.
That is Ashley Cush.
So she did a great job framing, except she moved her whole body too far out. I think she gets that call if she stays in a little bit.
Ground ball to Vorseth.
Good hands.
Over to first for the third out. So Team Day goes quietly here in the fifth, and we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth now. And Team Delsante continuing to hang around. And, Coach, as you alluded to, a 3-run lead really isn't safe here this weekend, as we've seen time and time again. A lot of big offensive performances.
I've seen these hitters hit. I mean, they're all capable of putting a string of 3 runs together in a half an inning without me blinking an eye. So, yeah, 3 runs is actually not safe enough. And I've seen these coaches, how they prepare their girls and how the girls work. To me, right now, it's still feeling like almost like a 0-0, 1-0 ball game. That's how close it feels, you know, to me. So, so we'll see what happens over these next few innings, but I wouldn't count anybody out here.
Looks like we will have a new pitcher as well. That is Bailey Day. Making her way to the circle. And we saw her last weekend, and she could mix inside, outside, throw it all over the strike zone, have some timing. So played varsity softball for Cactus Shadows as a freshman. Also 4.2 GPA.
Well, and it's just nice to see athletes. I don't know today if I've seen a pitcher only, which sometimes that's fine, and that's their role, but I'm loving the versatility in these athletes. And like one of my former players always says with her southern accent, because she's from the Tallahassee area, she said, "Mama ain't raised no PO." So we need our pitchers to field. We need them to command the defense, and if they can hit and help us, great.
So that pitch gets over for a strike.
You know, but there are some pitchers that it's sometimes nice. We need you to specialize, because for every rep you're taking in the cage, that's one less you're taking, you know, spinning a ball. So don't get confused that every single pitcher has to be able to do everything. Some just POs are great, still field your position, but versatility doesn't hurt. As a college coach, then we get to decide what we do with you, so we like the options. Okay, that changeup was sick.
She goes off speed there, mixes the speeds well. That was against Kayla Cito.
What's not fair about that is she didn't throw that pitch until she had 2 strikes, so the hitter had not seen it. So that's just mean. The hitter doesn't see it at all, and you can tell it just buckled. She had no idea that was coming. It froze her.
So that's a big swing from Bree Larney.
So I'm interested to see if we see Bailey Day's changeup more often. If you've been hearing the broadcast with me on it, I love the changeup. I believe in the changeup. It's effective. It works. We haven't seen one home run hit off of a changeup.
Goes changeup there, and a nice running catch by the left fielder. That was Kennedy Burns coming in.
I missed that pitch. So if you're saying changeup, so right now she's got 2 changeups, 2 outs. She's only pitching 2 batters.
Yeah, been very effective so far early on.
And she set up the changeup well, and she's used the changeup to set other pitches up. You know, I mean, we want to work hard, but sometimes you got to work smarter, not harder. And sometimes smarter is just the strategy of when and why to throw a pitch.
Riley Flynn now coming to the plate.
Riley's had a good day both in the circle and in the batter's box. She's just been a joy to watch because she knows the zone. She understands hitting. She understands the counts. She took that change up. Like, she's just a disciplined hitter that has a good head on her shoulders. I mean, I've only seen her today, but the softball IQ is really kind of coming off of her from what I can tell.
Puts that one just foul.
What I like about that is you see Flynn just wanting to help her team, help her cause, get on base, find a way. So she just ripped that ball. She wasn't going to wait too long for that ball to get to her. She was very much in a yes, yes, yes mentality.
Day gets the sign.
Oh, I love that.
On the inside, Bowers running in for the easy catch. So 1, 2, 3 there for Team Day. And they head into the dugout as we head to the top of the 6th with a 3-0 lead. It's been a great day of softball so far. We are in game 4 of 6 of the day. I should say broadcast 4 because there's been games going on other fields as well here, but it's been a great day here at Yavapai College alongside Anna Welsh, head coach of the ACU Firestorm. I'm Jordan Ham. Right now we have a couple of AZ Hotshots programs going head-to-head. Team Day against Team Delsante. Team Day with a 3-0 lead, and coming to the plate is Shaylee Zeitz.
Yeah, you always have bragging rights coming on with hot shots versus hot shots. I love how they get after it.
As that pitch is high.
And I like how Flynn, I mean, she just got out. She was the last out. She got fisted on a ball. She didn't hit it well. She nubbed out to the shortstop, and she comes right back, though. She's ready to go. I mean, she doesn't need that extra time. She's not, oh, there's that changeup.
And that might find some outfield grass. It will, as that dropped in front of Liv De La Cruz.
You can't be mad about that. Whenever you throw a changeup and get a miss hit, it's okay. So for those at home knowing, oh, she gave up a hit, you know what? It was a miss hit. It just happened to land where nobody was. That was a great pitch.
And it kind of feels like a lot of these day runs have been produced by not necessarily the hardest hit ball, but just a well-placed ball.
And that's our game sometimes. You know, sometimes you could have a team of stud hitters and a team of just, you know, hitters that put it in play, and they'll win. And it just sometimes on that day, they had better at-bats. They found holes is half the battle. Willie Keeler used to say, hit them where they ain't.
Mm-hmm. Emily Carpenter skies that one, an easy catch there for Elise Kingston.
I think the big thing is for pitchers to realize when they get hit hard, that's when they need to make an adjustment. And when I say hit hard, it doesn't mean a single, double, triple home run. It could be an out that was hit hard. That's when you've got to realize, did I spin it? Did I miss my spot? What happened? But miss hits, nah, not your fault.
Zoe Jackson now coming to the plate. 0 for 1 on the day, but a walk and a run scored. Also has made some plays in center field. Yeah,
and she's their go-to pinch runner when they're running for a pitcher-catcher. So they believe in her. They love her aggressiveness. She's smart on the bases.
Shows bunt. Just fell.
You know, I like that. You know, you could either use that bunt to move a runner, but you're also really trying to get on base. I mean, she's got quick speed, so just trying to catch the corner sleeping. I like the strategy there. And as much as we love hitting, you know what? Get on base.
And how much might that affect then the alignments after that, bringing in the corners, you know, having to stay honest on a bunt?
Absolutely. When I played shortstop, I'd almost rather a Big Bertha up than a slapper.
As Jackson takes a strike.
The slapper causes so much havoc because you have to field it cleanly, you have to have a quick release, and if there's another runner on, then you're torn. What do I do? Can I really get the lead runner? Should I get the lead runner because she's a quick hitter? So honestly, the slappers cause way more havoc than any power hitter.
Pitch here to Jackson. Just high.
And that's good. I mean, Zoe knows what she wants. She knows what she can do with different pitches. You know, some slappers get caught swinging on the high pitch and then they pop out and you can't use your speed. So I'm really glad that Jackson took that pitch and her plate discipline showed there.
Big swing there for strike number 3 from Jackson. Now the second out of the inning.
That was a tough one for her to lay off. That was a good pitch by Flynn.
Now Jess Gang coming to the plate. 2 for 2 on the day. 1 run scored. A Pinnacle Pioneer. As they try to back pick, able to get back.
I like that. Keeping them on their toes, send the message of, hey, I didn't forget about you. I know you're there. Let me keep you close. You never know, too. Right now, the coach is giving numbers. They use the wristbands. If you notice, the coach kind of only gives signs when there's something on. So she's either stealing, we're hitting and running, where something's going on. She's stealing.
She will take off.
Got it.
And tagged out. Bang, bang play there, but really nice throw by Ashley Cush for the final out of the inning. We'll get another look at that.
It's a nice transfer.
And looked like Grace Rana, who previously was playing catcher, now over at shortstop, almost kind of used that catcher mentality to block the base a little bit.
You know what? You're right, and she's not afraid. She doesn't care if a kid's coming at her. She's used to kids coming at her, and she's in gear. She's not in gear there. That just shows you she's going to secure the ball. She wants to help her team win. She's not afraid of contact. That's one thing we're seeing, I think, as a lot of college coaches, we tell you. A lot of girls are starting to they may not admit they're afraid of contact, but you're seeing so many hook slides because they don't want to go straight. And so you can see Grace was not going to be afraid of contact, and she secured the ball. She's a catcher. She is not going to let her teammate, get a runner safe because she didn't do her job. So I love that we can see Grace behind the plate. I love that we can see her short. I mean, there's not much better than a combination of catcher shortstop. So I like it.
And I'm sure as a catcher, she doesn't want to waste a good catcher throw.
Exactly. That's a good way to end an inning and get to hit. That really gets your momentum back after a good play like that. But I told you, the coaches called the number. They all look down. You know something's on.
That was a great tell.
I mean, I would have pitched out, but they didn't have to. But so the wrist guards, I'm not a fan because you can't ever do you could do a few trick, I'm not actually calling anything, but then the girl has to look, the girl has to find it. So I'm old school.
Good perspective from Coach.
Yeah.
I like it. As Liv De La Cruz coming up, 1 for 2 on the day.
I think if I were to go with the wrist guards, I'd at least have some signs. So I have 2 options. So if I'm touching something that, hey, this is still a bunt, but I don't want to go to numbers. So maybe coaches that do the wrist guards, don't be afraid to have a couple of signs, whether it's simple or intricate.
So that pitch is outside.
Because they do that so they don't get picked. Yet they only give numbers when there's something on. We're picking you.
Right.
So.
Or at least having a wipe away or something like that, where
Yep.
it's just some dummy numbers.
Yep.
Bailey Day is back out in the circle. There's that off speed again.
It's interesting, too. I'm watching the second baseman. She was up the middle to see the pitch. I'm not sure if she's going to do that every pitch. I think she's trying to get the sign because she'd like to know what's coming. That must have just been that last pitch. She was way over. An interesting shift.
Day misses high there.
Where she's playing right now, I wouldn't mind seeing a drag bunt down first. All you got to do is beat her to the bag for the most part. I think it's important that we teach our slappers and our hitters what to look for in a defense, too, and how to read it.
As that's ball 4. And as a head coach, is it, for the slappers, is it just green light for a bunt if you see something, or is it depending on the player?
Yes, that's a great question. So I give my slappers the green light unless I give them the sign. So it's like, hey, you read the defense unless I'm telling you to kind of do something. There's even been a few times where I'll give 2 signs, hey, either this, hey, or look here. And so I'm kind of saying look at both of these because defenses do change after a sign. Like they might be back, so I'm like, hey, bunt down third, but then they move in. So I give my girls the green light. But you got to work in practice on how to read the defense.
De La Cruz able to steal that bag. Riley Nielsen at the plate showed bunt, but pulled back. So runner in scoring position, just the second runner to reach second base for Team Delsante so far today, in this game at least.
Yeah, they played well in the first game. I enjoyed watching them. That's why I'm counting on them to come back in this game. From what I saw earlier, it's definitely in them. They're a good team, well coached.
Day gets her sign. Right up the middle, and Nielsen
There we
puts
go.
a ride into that one off the wall. De La Cruz going to score easily as Nielsen pulls into second. And that offense showing a bit of life. Delsante has done a nice job just hanging around. Now it's a 2-run ball game.
With Grace up, which I'm happy. As a coach, this right now is the scenario I want. Runner on second with Grace up, I'm good. I'm good every time here.
Grace Arana takes ball number 1. In her first at bat, a single, and then a very hard hit ball just right at the center fielder. As that is a tough play for Bowers, able to make the play though. Also holding the runner there at second.
Yeah, that really wasn't an easy play. This ground has been pretty hard. And Bowers made a really good play. She stayed with it, had a great strong throw. Runner had to hold up.
Now Elise Kingston coming to the plate with 1 out, runner on second. And a rocket down the left field line. Another run in, and Kingston pulls into second. And Coach, just like you alluded to,
Here we go.
you were counting on Team Day to get some runs across, and they've done exactly that. Another runner in scoring position with just 1 out.
I'd like to see that left fielder take a little bit better angle and keep that to a single. I think it's doable there. But nonetheless, that was a shot.
As Day comes back, the outside strike. Stepping in is Ashley Cush for her first at bat of the game. And Cush able to sneak that one into the outfield grass. Runner will advance to third. And that was just out of the reach of Quinn Lenz. So runners on first and third.
That was a tough pitch, low and away, and the hitter made it work. Got our team in a really good position right now. It's a really good half inning for them. We'll see what they do on first and third. For the most part, all the teams today, straight stealing, and honestly, I've seen all the catchers throwing through. With this score, I don't think you can throw through.
Outside pitch to Allison Wayant.
You want to be careful that you don't allow a run to score easily. You never want to give that up. Especially with good pitching on the mound. She can get hitters out. Don't hand them anything.
So we're going to reset here. Wayant, class of 2022 out of Hamilton High School. And
Nice
there's that changeup.
Especially in a changeup too. You can't throw through in a changeup. You've already lost half a second. So that was good. They threw to the second baseman coming in front of the bag to try to, kind of deke the runner at third. Nobody got fooled, but also nobody's hurt with a run either.
Tough pitch on the inside, just missed.
I'm going to tell you from home, I don't like to complain too much about balls and strikes, but I'm right on top of the plate, and that was a good pitch.
It looked good there.
Yeah. Umpires aren't used to seeing it in. Every pitcher's been going out with that curveball right there. Pitchers are just falling in love with their curve. But, man, that inside pitch, us college coaches, we do like, because you can ask hitters. Hitters don't really like it on the hands. So pitchers, you should pitch what hitters don't like. Change up. I love that she has confidence in that pitch with runners on second and third. That tells me a lot. Some pitchers don't have that kind of confidence or even command, but she's confident in her catcher in case she drops it low. She's confident in her ability. That tells me a lot.
Continuing to go to that pitch. Once again, runners on second and third for Wayant as she draws the walk to load the bases. Now this is going to be Natalia Delsante.
Let's see how she handles this pressure, this at bat. This is pretty big at bat. Bases loaded, 1 out, down 1. It's a big deal. This is why we play the game. This is why we do it right here. Bottom of 6, only difference. Can you imagine if it was bottom of 7?
That pitch on the outside, ball 1.
You know, right now the pressure's on the pitcher. The pitcher's winning. She's supposed to stay winning. So the hitter, if I was the hitter, I would crowd. I'd take till I got a strike and really make her throw me my pitches.
As they able to find the outside corner there.
When you say outside, it's like bold, italics, underline. That was like 6 inches off the plate.
Inside of the lefty batter's box. Goes back on the inside, ball in the air. Bowers able to come away with the catch. Nice running play there.
Yeah, Bowers had good range there. That, you know, the umpires, we have a 3-man crew, and none of them called infield fly because it wasn't routine. So I love that they didn't call it because not all shortstops make that catch, but Bowers had a really good jump on it, and she had great range. But what a great pitch to get a pop out in the infield with bases loaded, 1 out. That's impressive.
Kayla Cito coming to the plate.
Again,
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
pressure.
Delsante down 1 as that pitch is outside.
I don't know if she's becoming predictable, but it seems like she starts everybody outside. You got to be careful when you do the same thing to everybody. Change up, yes. Ooh,
Bowers able to knock it down, but not able to make the play.
that's tough. That was a great pitch. She got a miss hit. You want a miss hit grounder in the infield in that situation, but it did. The bounce was that in-betweener. It wasn't a short hop, wasn't a long hop. So you got to either attack that or stay back and just get that force at second or third. That's a run right there. That's a big deal on a great pitch. I hope she's not afraid to throw that anymore. That's a great pitch.
Outside, ball number 1.
So outside again, that's what, you know.
Going back to where she was living before. Brianna Larney.
Top 6? Top 7. I knew 7 was the right number. Thank you.
As ACU head coach Anna Welsh said, she was expecting Team Delsante to get some runs across here late. They did exactly that, tying the ball game 3-3 as we head to the 7th inning. Team Delsante, Team Day squared away, and we have a new pitcher, Jaden Warren, in the circle.
I did call that, didn't I?
You did?
Yeah, that's great. This is good.
Coach's intuition.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Jess Gang to the plate.
I think the big thing right now is college coaches. We really want to see how these people, how each player handles pressure. Like those last few at-bats, the defense, how they handle the hops. So now that we're tied, there's just more on the line. Every pitch is more of a pressure pitch because one pitch could be a home run. You lose the game. When you're 8-0, pitches are not pressure pitches. We want to see how people perform in pressure.
That's popped up, and Ashley Cush comes away with it.
It's a good pitch, too. Good pitch. Got her to pop out to your catcher. I'll take 21 of those.
Jaden Warren for Campo Verde threw 117 innings, 58 strikeouts. Now Kennedy Brandon coming to the plate.
Another 3.8 GPA.
Big first swing there, fouls it back. Brandon a double and a strikeout so far.
I like her versatility. Catcher, corner, can hit.
She takes an outside strike there, 0-2 the count now. Warren has her sign, wasting no time, and puts a ride into that one. Deep center.
Oh!
And Adrian Tamaro, what a play. Dead center. Great catch as she hits the wall.
Wow.
Comes away with a huge catch here in the 7th inning.
I thought that ball had no chance being caught. No chance. No chance.
Battling the sun.
Holy cow.
What a play by
Okay.
Adriana Tamaro.
That might have saved the game. That's a double. That's a leadoff double.
Easy, yeah. You have a
Okay.
runner in scoring position easily.
We might just replay that the rest of the broadcast. Or at least like put it a box in the corner. I mean, and then she's just a little shooken up, but she's like, yeah, that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's a pitcher's dream. That's a pitcher's best friend. That pitcher is going to buy her Chipotle after this game. It's one down the street.
What a play by Ariana
Oh
Tamaro.
my gosh. Good for
Corona
her.
del Sol 2021 play of the game so far.
I mean, her team just tied it up, and then she does that? Like, yes.
Bailey Day now coming to the plate.
Let's just keep throwing your hit it to center field pitch so that we can like watch 2 more outs in center field. You know,
That one is fouled away.
We had a ball earlier similar to that, and some of our comments were like, "Oh, well, the fence is there." I mean, that's a real thing. The fence is there. She didn't care.
No,
And
she was going to run through that.
And you know that's like a phrase. Oh, I'll run through a fence for you. She, just you know, coaches. She not only will, she did. She shook it off. I mean, wow, she's a great competitor.
Off-speed pitch misses.
It's a good mix, though. I like the off-speed inside. I think some pitchers think they always have to throw it out, but throwing it in, you might get a girl to foul it down the third base line and get her timing off. So that pitch sets up this pitch and then gets her to pop out.
Another fly ball and a catch there. So 3 flyouts here in the top of the 7th.
That went from almost a leadoff double to the go-ahead run to 3 outs, like in 4 minutes.
What a play there.
Woo!
Ariana Tamaro coming away with that. And now seems like all the momentum shifting to Team Delsante. That's how quickly it can happen here. 3 runs in the 6th inning. Tamaro, as you said, potentially saves the game there.
Yep.
Limits at least a runner in scoring position.
I just don't think people realize how big that play was. With no outs, runner on 2, you're in an international tiebreaker situation. So you're either bunting her over, you're gonna score that run. Those hitters are gonna score their teammate. Saving that, I mean, I love it. I mean, that's huge. I just don't think people realize. They just think, oh, good job. But it's like, man, that 1 out was so big.
Yeah, certainly not a as Brian George just alluded to a little bit earlier, a showcase effort there.
Right. I mean, that's one of those where her parents are going to go to this live stream. They're gonna splice that out. That's going to be in their like signature to like college coaches, you know. And I mean, it just showed so much athleticism. It showed her range. She secured the ball, and there was a fence in her face. Not everybody will do that, and we need our center fielders to do that. And then what makes her so marketable is if we already have a center fielder that does that, she's going to do a great job in left or right. I mean, the versatility there is just super impressive. I might just take my headset off and go off for her right now. I got a pen.
So now Jaden Warren coming to the plate. First pitch outside. Again, 3-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the outside corner to Warren for the strike. And there's that changeup for a swing and a miss. Bailey Day continuing to use that off speed. Now mixes that up with a fastball on the right on the hands on the inside. So 2 strikes here on Warren. Goes off speed, outside again.
I mean, I love that she's not afraid to go in. She's not afraid to off speed. I mean, she's really sequencing well here.
Strike 3, Day able to freeze Warren for the first out here.
And she set that up. That's all her. That's sequencing. That's the strategy behind pitch calling. People think you just have to throw hard and spin it, but man, you got to know what to call. And there's not always just one answer, but she set that up well.
Now Ariana Tamaro coming to the plate. Had the game-saving catch. Now let's see what she can have a equal results at the plate. Class of 2021 out of Corona del Sol.
It's okay. Big thing is we need numbers. So once you get to me, we gotta find the numbers. You can get
Off speed there for a strike. 1-2 the count to Tamaro. Just missed there.
You're gonna be your pen. Mine's running out. Yeah. Oh, you don't want that.
So 2 strikes here to the outfielder. Full count now. Day gets her sign to Tamaro, and she lines that one to right field, but right at Andy Anderson for the second out. Hard hit ball, but right there. Now Riley Nielsen coming to the plate.
Right at her. You know, hitting them where you can't always hit them where they ain't. That's a good at bat. If that falls somewhere else, it's a different inning.
Nielsen 1 for 2 on the day. So that one skips in for ball number 1. Class of 2021 is Nielsen. Takes the outside strike.
Ooh. He's not afraid to call that far outside corner. So I think she's utilizing that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's smart. I like to see that in a pitcher. Oh.
There's that off speed again.
And even though that was a tad high and he didn't call it, that still sets up this next pitch because that batter, not knowing that speed of that changeup at the moment, still had to flinch. And so I think this is going to be, she's going to be a little behind this next pitch.
Goes on the inside.
It's tough to swing at an inside pitch after a changeup. That's why she took it. Oh, no. No. Did he just say ball game?
Yes.
No. No.
Another great game,
No.
unfortunately cut short due to time. Coach
This is for the
Welsh
college
wants
coaches.
to, I know.
Well, I need to see these kids compete at 3-3.
What a game
Oh my
so
gosh.
far, 3-3.
Wait, it's so far, it's over. We're done. This is how it ends.
This is,
Say it ain't so. Brian asked us for feedback. Brian asked for college coaches to give feedback. Here's my feedback. I'm going live on this. Brian, in a tie ball game, we at least have to try international for 1 inning just to see how kids compete, can get their bunt down. How does the defense react? I can't. This is my second game. 2 comeback games that end in a tie.
I think you're just a jinx.
as they say, coach is going to coach. And coach really wants to see the end of this one. We're going to have a couple post-game interviews here. Hard-fought game between Team Day and Team Delsante. Bailey Day coming in right now. Go ahead and hop on, Bailey. What a game between Team Day, Team Delsante, 3-3, the final. Unfortunately, in these showcases, we have the hour 45, but I think we could have watched a couple more innings of that. Right now we have Bailey Day and Hannah Bowers. Guys, just overall, just how's the weekend been so far for you guys as you continue to play some really good softball against some really good opponents?
Yeah, it's been really fun. It's fun to come out here and the cameras and everything, and yeah.
I think it's a good way to come back after being gone for so long. It's a great experience to be able to play against such good teams so fast.
And you mentioned having to come back after a little bit of a hiatus. Just, you know, I've seen 2 weekends of you guys playing so far. We always talked about a potential rust factor. I have seen little, if any, rust from you guys. How have you guys been able to just maintain, you know, the softball reps, both physically and mentally?
For me, it was just kind of like doing stuff on my own and being my biggest motivator was my main focus on the break. But being able to come back, it was kind of like the first couple games was a little rusty, not gonna lie, but after that, I kind of got back in the zone and feels really good.
And Bailey, we saw you in the field, in the circle as well.
Yeah.
How is it juggling all of that and also having to come back to competitive softball after a few weeks off?
Yeah, well, same with Hannah, like pitching with my dad, like at home, you know, keep going, like keep working in the cage and stuff. Just, you know, being my own self-motivator, yeah.
And what was the mindset coming into this weekend? Obviously, a lot of softball ahead of you guys. I know you kind of have to both pace yourself, but also, you know those big moments and compete. How are you kind of, walking that fine line?
I think for myself, it's just not getting in my head too much while I'm doing things. So I'm just focused on what's in the moment, what can I do now.
And Bailey, how about you?
Yeah, mainly just trying to see, like, what's best for my team and try how I can help my team, like, win, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate the time. Again, a hard-fought 3-3 game. So we'll let you go. Go ahead, grab something to eat. And I know we have a little bit more softball ahead of us as well. So appreciate the time, guys.
Thank you.
Was hers off? Was Bailey's out? Well, we just have her talk in here with Shay. Thank you so much.
All right, and now coming in is Shaylee Zeitz. And Shaylee, again, a 3-3 game, one of the best I've seen this weekend so far. Just overall, how is it getting, not only back into, playing shape and things like that, but having these big time close games, mentally, how has that been as you get back into playing shape, both mentally and physically?
I mean, it's definitely like refreshing. It's nice to be back out on the field, and I mean, practice isn't in the same, like even scrimmages. It's different when you step on the field and you're balling out for each other rather than just for fun.
Mm-hmm. And how would you describe this group? I know that you guys are a group that has played together for a while and, a close group, but, what's it like getting back to compete with each other?
I mean, there's never like a dull moment. We're very funny people, like all of us are. We never stop laughing. Everything's always giggles, but when it comes down to like having each other's back, I definitely know that I can depend on all 14 of my girls to have my back.
Mm-hmm. And this has been a great weekend so far, a lot of really talented teams. Just how has it been getting back, having this great weather, getting to play a bunch of softball with your friends?
Yeah, it's been good. Like, being in the circle, when I look back and I see my team, like, it makes me happy that they're all back there, and, like, I wouldn't change any other girl on my team, and it's fun, yeah.
All right, Team Day, another really fun game. Again, 3-3 against Team Delsante. Guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, again, we have Team Delsante, Team Day, 3-3 bottom final here. And this was a hard-fought game. Zoe Jackson with a run, Jess Gang with a run, Taylor Etherton with a run, and then Team Delsante comes back 3 runs in the 6th to tie it. Ariana Tamaro with a game-saving catch, as Coach Welsh said. And we have a couple more players coming in. Lita Vorsith, Ariana Tamaro coming in. And guys, a really fun 3-3 game as we're getting the headset set here a little bit. All right, Lita and Ariana, great game, 3-3. You guys were able to come back, tie this game. Coach Welsh was begging for more innings for you guys to see where this could go. But Ariana, let's start with your catch. I mean, what was going through your head? Clearly, you were battling the sun, a big-time moment, and you came away with the catch there.
I just know every time I'm fielding, I just know, like, just try to catch everything. And at that point, I know, like, that would have been the, like, winning run. So you just kind of have to just go for it.
And, everything happened so quickly. How aware were you where that fence was?
I was playing pretty deep, so I knew it would come eventually, but I I'd ran into the fence like a couple of times already this tournament, so I just knew if it happened, it happened.
And you were going full speed. We kind of saw the arm adjustment afterwards.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Perfect. Well, a big time moment, and then Alita, just overall, getting back in the competitive games and having these very close games. Just how has that been, getting to get back with your team and play in these high pressure situations?
Honestly, it's really fun. I love all the girls on the team, and it was hard being away from them for 3 months and not being able to practice.
And getting back, just how would you guys describe this weekend? You have a little bit of practice to ramp up, but now get back with your friends. Great weather, a great weekend. Just how has this overall experience been for you guys?
It's been so much fun, especially with like having the live stream and being able to go back and watch everything that happened. We started off like we had a tournament last weekend that we were able to prepare, so I think that helped us coming into this weekend. But it's been good. This one,
Yeah.
Yeah, been a great weekend so far. Thank you again, guys, for coming by after a great 3-3 game. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I've enjoyed getting to watch you guys compete.
Thank you.
All right, once again, 3-3 the final here. A game that we definitely wanted to see more of, but that's really been the name of the game for all of these games. Coming up, we're going to have Team Georges against the Little Saints, Team Gill. That's going to be the 5th of 6 games that you're going to be seeing, and that's all coming up next.